Hi everybody, I'm Tim Bulott. Welcome to Adventure Backcountry. It's a dreary day out here in November, Thanksgiving 2022. We've got some Jeep projects going on today, so we're going to take a look around and see what we're doing here with our project YJ 1993 YJ series, filming with 1993 video technology. So on our last episode, we switched out our distributor and the distributor cap rotor and some of the other components, spark plug wires, and we've also put a new alternator in there. And we were having some problems with the little bit of misfires at higher RPMs. So it's running a lot better since now that we've done that, but still, at about 2,500 to 3,000 RPMs, getting just a little bit of hesitation still. So what we're going to do today is we're going to change out the map sensor. Now, the map sensor in here looks like it was probably the original one, which means even though it's got a new engine, we're looking at probably over 200,000 miles on it. And again, a lot of people are saying, well, you just don't just throw parts at a motor, but that's not the point here. The point is I want every component connected with this engine to be replaced. So when we get out into the backcountry, that I have less chance of a failure. So the map sensor was on our list to replace anyway, and we're not replacing it so much because of that hesitation. We're just replacing it because it's time to replace it. Now, if it fixes the hesitation, fine. If not, we'll dig a little bit deeper and look at some other issues on that. All right, so while we've got numerous projects going on, Andreas, what do you got going on over there with the red Jeep?
I'm just fixing some wiring that was messed up.
Well, is that for the winch?
This is for the winch, yeah. So the ground wire on the bottom of the winch was kind of tore up. You can see it over there.
So we got to put a new connector on there.
So just reconnecting it, and then.
And why do we have the bumper off on this?
Because over there we're painting it and we're repainting it pretty much. Just kind of making it look
better, and replacing the front grille, right? Because it was cracked.
That's it.
And also, hopefully it'll improve from airflow.
Hopefully.
So anyway, getting this ready for a possible upcoming expedition utilizing all Weapons Academy Jeeps. Okay, so Milena is attempting to repaint this bumper. We don't know how good that's going to come out because of the wind and the weather. And she's getting a little interference from Zuli there. Looks like the other dogs have found a paper plate and destroyed it. So we got big news going on here at Weapons Academy today. Alright, so there's a look at our YJs. 93, which has been 85% refurbished. And the 91, which is 0% refurbished. That's waiting to get started on. Possible retirement project there. Anyway, let's get to work on this map sensor, see if we can get this thing swapped out. Alright, so there's the map sensor. It's located against the firewall. And there's just those two little bolts on top of the bracket to get that off. So I know there's a way to test it, see if it's getting voltage, etc., but we're just going to go straight for the replacement. Okay, to get this off, all right, so vacuum hose right here, vacuum line, and disconnect that. There's our power connection. It's got 3 leads on it. Disconnect that. I'm going to inspect that. And it's starting to rot a little bit there. And then we've got 2 7mm, okay? One here, nut and bolt. And let's just get that off, one on each side. Okay. Alright, so we've got it just hand tightened. We're going to snug these up. Easy enough. See if I can get that other side from here. easy enough. And let's reconnect our vacuum hose. I'm actually doing this from the wrong side. And our power connection. And that's all there is to that, okay, provided that it's getting the sufficient power and energy. And it's about 5 volts, but we'll see how it runs first. So we're good. We're going to fire it up and give it a test drive. All right, battery's reconnected. And we're just going to let it idle for a minute. So we're gonna drive into town and get some coffee, and it seems to be running fine. So we're coming up on 2,000 RPMs, and there's 2,000 to 3,000. That's usually where we've been getting just a little bit of hesitation. And you know what, it was never a big issue. I drove it to Arkansas that way. It never caused any problems. But you know, with this next expedition coming up, we're looking at a possible 20-hour drive just to get to our destination. We want everything in top working condition on this 1993 Jeep YJ. Yeah, it's got good pep. Okay, so we're going to test drive it to Ennis, let the little computer in here kind of do whatever adjusting it might need to do, and we'll be back. All right, so we felt a little bit, just a little hesitation. Let me get around this curve here. Okay, right here, we're gonna punch it. Now, it's running strong. No issues there. Okay, so this drama never ends with this distributor changeover. So we were driving to the coffee shop, everything was running good, then all of a sudden the Jeep started running really, really bad. And I'm like, what the heck happened, okay? So I got to looking around, and naturally I went right where I started, down to the distributor. And if you can see right here, this little flange broke off, okay? And there's 2 prongs that come off this little flange right there that hold the distributor on both sides of the bolt to keep it from shifting, okay? Well, when these broke off, and like I said, they just fell off onto the road, I assuming. When these broke off, okay, it lost basically contact, and it was not firmly seated anymore, and the distributor rotated, all right? So all of these distributors are remanufactured. You know, you turn your core in, and you know, it could have had a crack on it. It was the hold down was placed on there correctly, because I can see the 2 teeth marks right there. So there was no pressure on that. The pressure was here, and then on the other end of the hold down where it rests on the engine block, okay? And then those 2 prongs were just right here on either side of the bolt. And when it's loose, they give it about a 1/4 of an inch of play for timing adjustment. So anyway, it was running horrible. We limped it back to the Weapons Academy. We're going to go to O'Reilly's with our receipt. This is 2 days old, maybe 3, and we're going to see if they'll exchange this out and give us a new distributor. We'll be back.